And yes, we are again almost even on schedule and on the right day, so we should be ready to play Darkest Dungeon a bit more, which of course not necessarily leads to success, but of course we keep trying. Overall the game is quite difficult, and often you just do not get good dice, but should be at least worth a try as usual. So let's give a wave and move towards the game here. So we do of course get again into some kind of trouble with the missions, but let's see what. So let's move towards the game, and there we go. So let's see what we have. So Westside residents have expressed relief at the abatement of nauseating odor. Yeah, we of course did one mission in the Warrens, which probably did clear up things a bit, so good for them. One problem was that we last time again succeeded at losing a healer and should increase the level of the existing ones. So let's also see about that, of course. So we have the level 4 one with -1 damage. Alright, that's not the worst issue ever with the healer. So we should most probably try to do a bit lower level mission. Don't think we had that much to deal with stress currently. A couple that could be like in the tavern. There we go. Some gambling, which is of course always a good idea, especially when somewhat out of it in the dungeon. It's of course great idea to go gambling. So fair enough. So then we should of course, now that we have dealt with the most stress issues, let's again sort by level and see. We should go around level 4, develop the healer again, and we do have in the Warrens we had a bonus, so just to explore 90% of rooms and short, so it should be pretty good to further develop also that. Take other like level 4. What disease we have here? Grey rot, alright. That should be also healed, so take care of that shortly. So it increases max HP, which is interesting, but it also reduces accuracy and damage, so it's kind of not quite optimal. Historical blindness, -20, accuracy if stress above 70. Alright. Fair enough. And then we have probably the quite usual that we do have the shapeshifter and the shield breaker, because they are the favorites with this one. Otherwise looks quite doable. And let's go again for the warrants, so we get the small bonus we got from doing the previous quest, so a bit more damage and a bit more also XP, so we should of course utilize the bonus. So let's go again to the warrants also in that respect, and we should be alright. We do not yet have that many trinkets, so let's see, we do have plenty to add certainly, so let's just from this screen, there are no trinkets at all, so that of course means we should give some. Alright, that's pretty nice, +2 speed, always helps with fighting. And then we can add some protection, like also provide boots, totally unheard of. Here we also have no trinkets at all, so did we have any specific ones for the +3% critical? Alright. +25 virtue chance, it's kind of nice, but it's mostly for just getting. Alright, here we do have, it's like 10% virtue chance, but it's specific for the shapeshifter, so it's more useful in that respect. Nobody had trinkets, no wonder we were warned about that. +30% disease resist. Yeah, works. Alright, increases melee skills, so the scalpel should be in heavy use with those. That's kind of not very useful because it requires torch going below 26, and usually also the opponents fight harder if you let torch go below 26, so it's kind of like most probably not using that one, would say. So in that respect also do think that would seem to be alright. And +25 versus human, yeah. Right, we do have the usual like virtuous chalice, and we have any of the items that give bonuses for healing skills. Youth chalice, +20 max HP. Alright, it's pretty good still for low level. Then we actually, here we could have used the venomous vial, but it's kind of if you want to use the blight oriented skills. Let's not yet at least choose whether that's our main choice specialization wise, so keep going. Now we have trinkets, so the game isn't warning us like that. You should have more trinkets equipped, which is of course better. So let's then see about equipment and food. Of course we take short quest, so 18 food should be enough. Of course take maximum amount of bandages and anti-venom. Let's take 4 of each, except venom is more common here, so take 4 keys if we happen to get lucky with chests. And maximum amount of torches, as usually you never have too many. So these should be quite sufficient in this case. And we remember to take shovels, even all of them, as digging by hand is really bad for the morale compared to when you have the shovel. So it's kind of no question that you take the at least the maximum amount, if not more, of shovels, as digging by hand is surprisingly injurious to the morale overall.
To prosecute our war against
Here
the
we
swine,
are.
we must first scout the squalid homes.
Ready to check the map out. Right, we have one room here and we should explore 90% rooms, so, and immediately at least we surprised them, because that was kind of surprisingly early a fight. So alright, let's do some chemical warfare. Big guy resisted, so let's, and we can't see them, so we have to judge maybe the rear guy will also apply these. Then we can. Alright, that should be a good start. 25 damage immediately. Nice dice, and we can also do some more chemical warfare. Missed. It's of course like a point blank shot and you still miss. Alright, and blanket fire also missed. Nice. Alright, would say that the hit dice have not been good, at least not very good for the computer. And alright, now the blanket fire hit. Oh well. I could slice them more, so most probably they will even expire. Of that. And we can throw the mana for big guy for now, not probably going to transform in this battle for stress reasons. Let's try. Yeah, we got rid of the shoot this time. The other bigger guy fired flight, so chemical warfare also certainly worked. Much healing needed, so let's concentrate efforts on the big guy who is still kind of trying to bother us. Manacles, it's easy to throw your restraints and focus them with the spear. Again, 25. Very sufficient. Very nice. And we do not have stack of medicinal herbs yet, so not taking that. It's not that useful typically. So let's then keep moving. Alright. Rack of plates. Extra supplies. Alright, 2 food and jade. Jade is not very expensive, but we currently have the inventory space to keep lugging it around. Empty room, so that was first room to check, and we backtrack. And move into the dungeon proper. We did the one backwards room first. Right. Some maggots and ghouls, so see, do things you can't actually, you can fly them, so it should be useful. Alright, that's the most one maggot. Alright, horror, yes, for everyone, so let's get stressed a bit. Alright, 13 damage with the manacles, uncommon. Let's see. Yeah, Judgment got rid of both of those, so it's a bit easier with the only the gold remaining. Focus them with the spear. 25, that certainly have been doing pretty well with the 25s lately with the spear. 18, they already also clearly have good dice. Their dice box. Alright, and we get to heal. It's not totally surprised. We will heal. It's a bit better situation. Throw manacles, and that was enough. 7 damage.
No intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Got stone portraits. For now, still able to pick up all. Use a bit of food on those two and keep going. Illuminate.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Occult scrawlings. Dull and uninteresting, though they are occult. So open door and immediately into the battle. That's a start. Alright, try to get rid of the small pig first, because he especially costs morale by throwing up at persons, which is mildly an issue. Alright, there we go. They are gone, so that already helps. Not infinitely, at least a considerable amount with the morale. Then we had the Doomsayer, but we didn't bother to either listen to them. Alright, that's what the fly did, so. Alright, and also the cultist madman reduces morale pretty well, so let's try. throw something at them. Alright, stunned, so it was not the worst thing ever. And flight, those two. The flight damage is also useful. Right, I've got rid of
Maintain the offensive.
them also. Nine, alright, not quite 25 as a few times. Let's heal everyone.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Then we have to keep hitting them. Alright, get rid of that, so only the big line remains.
Precision and power.
Wow. 13 is more like it, so we have healed the wall. Again, saves food, and then they expire to fly. So
This is how a life is taken.
what can you do? And pick up everything but the other style of gems. Alright, here we get to use the key.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave
Yeah,
and the foolhardy
some more things
alike.
to be stackable on the ships. Or in the inventories, probably also on the ships if you went on a ship. Probably not a good idea to touch. Alright, we have food to burn, touch the pile of bones. Like, right, and again, surprise, at least they were surprised rather. So, good in that respect. And chemical warfare is nothing else. Poke again at this because it costs morale a lot. Very often can't throw mana goes that far. Can at least slide to other sworn opponents. See if we can get rid of that.
As the
Yes.
fiend falls,
No morale
faint
damage.
hope blossoms.
Even if and then we shall next get rid of the drummer. That went well. And see, can we? Let's see what that does. Not much. They resisted everything. Some effects were certainly also under that function. Kind of very descriptive. Right, let's throw the manacles and try to poke at them with the fighters. Alright, we should most probably heal that. Nothing else. We also transform because it requires a lot of health, so at cost of throw them with the hinting chemicals, and they got also blighted, so. And here we first of all have to apply a bandage and let's transform after all, so you gain some health back when you transform. Right, now they do not have that many HP remaining. Again, heal them. But luck with that, no critical healing. What can you do? Looks better. Alright, even scouting. To know that our good scouting path is currently traveling, so can't trust the path in that respect, but fortunately there are other interested scouts. Alright, we can move through both this way, so let's go that way. And what's in the crate? More heirlooms, nice, these are quite valuable. There's no trap. They have also trapped there, tried to kind of click it for disarm. Clearly not the best clicker or something. Illuminate. Stylish room, but empty, unfortunately. Next room, please. Can like find the trap. Tried to even click the previous one to disarm, but apparently didn't recognize something correctly. Again, stylish room, but empty. So let's move to the final part of this. Again, find the trap. Unsure how we always find the trap. Loot, alright.
Finding the stuff is only the first
quite
test.
Well.
Now it must be carried home.
Neither of the treasures are quite sufficiently interesting. And move. Alright. The large the thingy, which is kind of, first of all again, concentrate on smaller things. Especially the one in the rear again, because they are cost to the morale. Alright, dodge, good. Try and blight them. Both resisted. Clearly not type, you can blight. Kill everyone. Alright, now we got rid of the most morale reducing enemy, and let's alright, got rid of that also, so we get to go for the big thing. Be blighted, it's surprisingly, it's kind of surprising. It takes a bit more damage to dispose, so only 29. Nice. Please resupply the 9s. Right, we healed everyone. Resisted this time, it would have been surprised flight, I think. Any reliability.
Perched
Only
at the very
50 damage.
precipice of oblivion.
Alright, that also gets rid of them, so death store matters a bit less, because also the opponent endangering us expired. Now we just have a problem that we don't have too many solutions to heal outside battle. So put some food into them and hope for better luck next fight. So then we still need to explore probably one room. Obstacle, alright, so we get to use the shovel here then. Always bring a shovel.
Such blockages are unsurprising.
There we go.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And illuminate. And we complete the quest, so we're going to push it with that kind of health on some of the characters and
labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
Finish the mission for that one. Let's take still another mission tonight. Going to sleep a bit earlier, so going to play 1 hour tonight. So still another mission tonight. Let's see. 3 of these leveled up, including the healer, so that went really well. And some trait changes. Doesn't look very promising when you keep getting red traits as the new one. Beast Hater. It kind of sounds ominous. Weak Creep. That's no good, like fighter. Especially would be kind of not optimal to have the weak Creep trait, so
the greatest
from beyond. By hateful curse or malign miracle, it seems even death may be defied in this damnable place. Only one of these soldiers can be returned to the living. Alright, that's interesting to see. Which one would it be? It seems that there is no healer there, so let's try it out, because otherwise it might be quite probable choice even. Considering the shortage of mainly healers in this case. So let's see about another outing to level up. And what would we like to bring back from... Actually, we do have a healer here. But it's like level 2. Yep. We do also have level 4 arbalest, and right, that's most probably going to be the choice, like level 6 shield breaker, one of the... So we should dismiss something low level most probably, like here.
The task ahead is terrible, and weakness cannot be tolerated.
And now we get level 6 back. So returning from the dead, either this one never trained the skills, which is improbable for level 6, but rather the skills didn't really remain behind the grave, which is kind of, at least by some logic probable. Alright, hello So there is Harry. Great to see you here. You of course get a wave, and this one wonders what you are exactly referring to the thing we got back from the dead, or because it's like skills were at level 1. Spasm of the entrails also, which isn't too bad because it affects only the camping skills. Right, our good shield breaker spawned off drinking after a particularly bad night of drinking. New quirk, in town we'll never drink. Alright, that's kind of have seen also some others at times where of drinking not necessarily permanently though. And we go, so we should consider like training everything back with this. Is going to cost quite a bit, so we could start with the equipment. It would be nice. We do not have that many, like we do already have several shield breakers. I'm not probably going to invest at least immediately getting everything in order. More interested also generally about still increasing the levels for pretty much the same actors. So considering the stress situation, which is not too bad, or at least sufficient, most probably will be taking other characters out now that have checked it. So oh, that's true. Only a couple of weeks. Certainly, of course, always like going to EF, so that's true in that respect, that at least moderately so. Of course, like the earlier years more than nowadays in the Estrel, but it's always nice to get to come back to Estrel and meet all the pretty much all of the European and international fandom. So in that respect, it's of course always nice, though. Not probably like this one's favorite convention during the year due to the size, but certainly pleased to return also to EF, having been at quite a few other events already this year, so always good to return in any case, though it's a bit large. Have not yet decided actually which we'll take for EF. Might take the Jackal, or because took these for East, so might take the Jackal for EF. We'll see. Not yet altogether decided. So we should see about sort by stress and at least get some of these for some activities in the tavern, of course cheap. Alright, so they will only pray. It's cheaper to drink than gamble, so prefer to drink. And then we had only a couple of steps of stress, so we can risk that. This guy goes to Town Crier also enjoys activities. Haven't seen the Town Crier too often doing that. Much more often have seen the town keeper than the Town Crier. So probably like increases the usage of facilities later in the game, as have usually seen only the caretaker indulge in activities as he's here, and haven't really before seen the Town Crier also, so that's interesting Right, now that we have those in for stress treatment, then we should see which the healer goes in any case, because it's quite useful. Then we do have only like two points of stress here, so that's still doable. Might try the flagellant again, which is kind of confusing, and support character. So let's take again Blake Doctor. It's at least stylish. And this also has the scalpel. What trinket is that? Right, rotgut sensor, so increases accuracy. Too bad. Yeah, it's kind of special in the sense it does have certain atmosphere. Grimrock never got quite as much into as it tried kind of copy the old cube by cube dungeon crawler, but had quite a bit more modern graphics, so kind of never got the combination very well. As it tried to be a bit like Dungeon Master meets something new-ish, so never got quite as much the Grimrock. This in turn do rather like overall style-wise, but you are quite right that most games do not really nail the atmosphere as well as Darkest Dungeon does in overall sense. You are very much right about that, yes. So let's then see. We do have group, at least some kind of group, and then we should see about mission. We do have still more missions in the Warrens, which of course we already made use of the bonus. And we could also go and see if we get fish for dinner. Long mission, probably not long mission still tonight, so let's take the... Alright, and then we can again add some trinkets. We actually have something that works for the flagellant. Nice. Alright, we actually do have special items for the flagellant, so they are also afraid of the cold. Plus 20% stress, that's actually quite tough. Alright, now the flagellant has even flagellant specific. And we also have no trinkets, so indeed we are not in position 4, so that's not the thing. Plus 4 dodge, always good. Let's take the venomous vial here. Here we already have trinkets, here we already have trinkets. We are good to provision. Now that we have utilized trinkets also here. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the original Dungeon Master and Dungeon Master 2 are pretty nice. 3 is kind of somewhat a different game and probably tries a bit much. Yeah, Might and Magic series is also, especially the earlier ones, are very nice. Tested the later ones, and some of those made the mistake of like going the late 90s, early 2000s way, that you had kind of like photo captured parts to the UI, for example the character animation, some of them, and the result looked kind of uneven. But the earlier ones are very good. Also, as also the earlier wizardry games would say. Right, and we have some free food from the buildings. Short, so 18 should be enough. Again, maximum anti-venomous. This is Warren's 4 keys. Maximum torches. And we should be good to go. And we are ready.
We breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
So let's get moving. And check the map. Alright, scouting, great. And we need to win 100% of the room battles, so let's go here because there's a room battle. Alright. Try to cut some with the knife. And that also seems to work. Let's remove 1 shot damage. There we go. Always better to remove a complete source of damage than do some damage to both of those, though this isn't really, you need that much crowd control. Oh, mistrial as 3 areas. Yes. Right, blighted. Then horror for everyone, great. So stress count might be a bit on the increase. 8 damage, alright. Pretty close. So expiring, so let's start poking at the goal already, and that will probably fall over come next turn. Alright, that works also. Then we keep attacking that. Mistrial again. And some moral effects from skull toss. Of course, if you get by a skull, so that's pretty hard. It seems that they currently have that many abilities, like use that on the corpse. Oh well, that's space, so not totally insane. Alright, some scalpel. Of course, making them bleed is always useful. Still not much healing needed, so let's try to touch on mistrial this time. Ah, yeah, they really didn't make anything afterwards. Also had understood, so that's true. Right, and more progress here. See, that ability at least does damage, so it's moderately useful. Do not currently quite know.
The beast, the greater the glory.
Well, the ability is with the flagellant, so that will still. Survival guide, plus 10% scouting change. Scouting chance, plus 10% trap disarm chance. Right, item, survival guide. That's kind of meta already, would say. Let's go into the room battle. Right. And the small swine is again first our favorite because it causes most trouble morale-wise. Right, crit 10 even if you don't exactly know. That is useful. 5 with the scalpel. And now we have somebody to heal, certainly. That's Ellen. Mist. Right. Mist, good. So no problem with morale at least yet. Because rounds of debilitation might not help. But main problem with most of these abilities is not that they do immediate damage, but the kind of like removes morale considerably, so
maintain the offensive.
cause more damage, and then we take some morale problems also from that thing. What can you do? Poke at them again with spear, and that removes them from the equation.
Them all.
So we have mostly fighters now. Again, alright, scalpel got rid of them. Only one target remaining. Use that ability on a corpse. At least it almost went away. A bit like you are beating at the wooden church benches of the prophet. Right, almost full. All of hit points, so find some time to heal. So if we do not necessarily need to strike. And there we go. At least last Epson.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Eldritch Altar, that we are not touching. Not at all. Like, yeah, Eldritch Altar, that will be trouble if you unsure what item you exactly should or probably should not insert into that. Increase illumination. Another room battle downwards, so of course we go there as the quest asks for room battles. Alright, old tunnel entry. Enter room, another room battle. Alright, this is kind of easy as there are 3 maggots, so not the best thing ever. See how chemical warfare works. The maggots resisted, but we at least got some gains on morale in addition to throwing the grenade, which is of course always impressive. Let's throw things filled with chemicals at the enemy. 15, ouch. That certainly cost us some morale, so let's get rid of one, so damage helps. Fortunately, the one with less health is not necessarily marked, alright? Need to heal them quickly, so let's heal them quickly. At least a bit. $10. That's certainly acceptable. Let's try, and yes, rid of them with scalpel, so only one maggot remains. Heal again, like get a bit upwards at least from the overall hole. Alright. Just generic punish show. And it doesn't go that far. Keep turn. 6 stress is better as you can't do that much useful. Let's remove the corpse. Like hack your way through corpses to again get to attack. Let's finish this quest still today. And alright, that removes another source of damage, so we have only the maggot almost. Heal again, like always heal fire, and that's and again Death Store, kind of the ability of the witch doctor to take even basic damage is kind of questionable. That removes
Be wary.
again most opponents.
A dizzying fall.
That dungeon had really few room fights, because you had to complete 100% of room fights, and we had 2 room fights and 1, so that was kind of questionably short quest. So let's push it a bit as we can quit. We should anyway push it even on the base if we actually get to open A.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, that was what we found for treasure, and then we can look at least at 1 room more. And 1 fight more clearly surprised them too. And try to get rid of the number 1 over of morale. Right, now we are at least death's door, so it already helps a lot. And try to blight those. At least what the madman blighted also. Doomsday and of course horror. No, it was only 6 points. Stress. Do think the overall.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Ouch. It seems that if you push it and keep adventuring in dungeon where you have
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
already finished the main quest, it seems everything gets harder. Alright, that gets rid of the number 1 source of Alright, we again get to heal, so they are at death's door. Alright, then that's a bit better, so not going to at least yet run away. Light them again, if nothing else. Alright, cause some direct damage too. It should remove them from the equation, yes.
Great is the
So we have only 1 opponent remaining. Let's poke at them with spear. 10. Alright, that helps. let's do judgment instead of healing because we get rid of that, so we do not immediately need.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
So, not going to push it anymore.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just
All things
work.
considered. Right, we are up to 1 hour and finished the second quest. Let's see if we get any level increases. Alright, and return to the hamlet.
A new enemy. Insipid and incurable.
Idle plague doctors gain 1 resolve level. That's kind of limited. Only good effect from the plague when it's like the shadow of sickness and disease has cast itself upon our hamlet, and with it panic, and then you mostly just like get more levels for all plague doctors, so they clearly thrive during a plague. Fair enough, if it's your profession, one might note. Right, and we are not starting more new missions for tonight, considering this one feels like sleeping a bit more before tomorrow morning, so not doing more missions tonight, and we have kind of very moderate viewership, so most probably not going for raid tonight, but rather going to wish every fur and everyone a good night, and thank for joining for the kind of minimal two missions in overall. Mostly just leveling up the lower level characters to have more, especially healers on the highest level, as we lost the high level healer, one of them, the previous time, so been trying to fix that in that respect. So good night, and thank you for joining for some Darkest Dungeon. Tomorrow we will be playing a different game. We'll see which one, but now staying home for the weekend, so we will have a full set of streams during the weekend times also. So more gaming ahead. Thank you and good night.